हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इस वीडियो में हम रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ चैप्टर की एनसीईआरटी की लाइन बाय लाइन रीडिंग लेंगे, जो कि आपके एग्जाम, नीट एग्जाम, बोर्ड एग्जाम्स के लिए वेरी हेल्पफुल रहेंगे। उसको समझाया भी जाएगा। इससे पहले हम ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन की एनसीईआरटी रीड कर चुके हैं, जिसका लिंक ऊपर आई बटन पे या नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा। अकॉर्डिंग टू वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन WHO, reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. Therefore, a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional and behavioral interactions among them in all sex-related aspects might be called reproductively healthy. ये definition WHO के द्वारा है। Reproductive health problems and strategies. India was amongst the first countries in the world to initiate action plans and programs at national level to attain total reproductive health as a single goal. These programs, called family planning, were initiated in 1951. Very important, family planning कब start हुआ? 1951 में, where periodically assessed over the past decades. Improved programs covering wider reproduction related areas are currently in operation under the popular name Reproductive and Child Health Care (RCH) programs, creating awareness among people about various reproduction related aspects and providing facilities and support for building up a reproductively healthy society are the major tasks under these programs. With the help of audiovisual and the print media, governmental and non-governmental agencies have taken various steps to create awareness among the people about reproduction related aspects. Parents, other close relatives, teachers, friends also have a major role in the dissemination of the above information. Introduction of sex education in school should also be encouraged to provide right information to the young ones, so as to discourage children from believing in myths and having misconceptions about the sex related aspects. Proper information about reproductive organs, adolescence related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted disease, AIDS, etc. would help people, especially those in the adolescent age group, to lead a reproductively healthy life. Educating people, especially fertile couples and those in the marriageable age group, about available birth control options, care of pregnant mothers, postnatal care of the mother and the child, importance of breastfeeding, equal opportunities for the male and the female child, would address the importance of bringing up socially conscious, healthy families of desired size. Awareness of problems due to the uncontrolled population growth, social evils like sex abuse and sex-related crimes, etc., need to be created to enable people to think and take up seriously and necessary steps to prevent them and thereby build up a socially responsible and healthy society. Successful implementation of various action plans to attain reproductive health requires strong infrastructural facilities, professional expertise, and material support. These are essential to provide medical assistance and care to people in reproduction related problems like pregnancy, delivery, STD, abortions, contraception, menstrual problems, infertility, etc. Implementation of better techniques and new strategies from time to time are also required to provide more efficient care and assistance to people. Statutory ban on amniocentesis for sex determination to legally check increasing menace of female fertilicides, massive child immunization, etc. होता क्या था कि जो एमनियोसेंसिस को इलीगल तरीके से लोग करवाते थे, ताकि उनको पता चल जाए कि बेबी का सेक्स क्या है। यदि फीमेल होती तो उसको क्या करा दिया जाता था? अबॉर्शन उसका करा दिया जाता था। तो उसके ऊपर भी बैन लगाया गया। आर सम प्रोग्राम्स दैट मैरिड मेंशन इन दिस कनेक्शन. In amniocentesis, some of the amniotic fluid of the developing fetus is taken to analyze the fetal cells and dissolved substance. This procedure is used to test for the presence of certain genetic disorders such as Down syndrome, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc. Determine the survivability of the fetus. ये आपको याद रखना जरूरी है। ये जो पैराग्राफ है ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि एमनियोसेंसिस के अंदर क्या होता है, एमनियोटिक फ्लूइड लिया जाता है जिसको टेस्ट किया जाता है ताकि हमें पता चल सके कि उसके अंदर कोई जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर तो नहीं है जैसे कि डाउनी सिंड्रोम एटसेट्रा। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसको आप जरूर याद रखें। रिसर्च ऑन वेरियस रिप्रोडक्शन रिलेटेड एरियाज आर इनकरेज्ड, सपोर्टेड बाय governmental and non-governmental agency to find out new methods and improve upon the existing ones. Better awareness about sex-related matters, increased number of medically assisted deliveries, and better postnatal care leading to decreased maternal and infant mortality rates, increased number of couples with small families, better detection and cure of STD, and overall increased medical facilities for all sex-related problems, etc. all indicate improved reproductive health of the society. Population stabilization and birth control. In the last century, an all-round development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people. However, increased health facilities along with better living conditions had an explosive impact on the growth of the population. World population, which was around 2 billion in 1900, rocketed to about 6 billion by 2000 and 7.2 billion in 2011. A similar trend was observed in India too. Our population, which was approximately 350 million at the time of our independence, reached close to the billion mark by 2000 and crossed 1.2 billion in May 2011. A rapid decline in the death rate, maternal mortality rate, infant mortality rate, as well as increase in the number of people in reproducible age are probably reason for this. Through our reproductive child health program, though we could bring down the population growth rate, it was only marginal. According to 2011 census report, the population growth rate was less than 2%, that is 20 per thousand per year, a rate at which our population could increase rapidly. Such an alarming growth rate could lead to an absolute scarcity of even the basic requirement, that is the food, shelter and clothing. In spite of the significant progress made in those areas, therefore, the government was forced to take up the serious measures to check this population growth rate. The most important step to overcome this problem is to motivate smaller families by using various contraceptive methods. You might have seen advertisement in the media as well as the poster bills showing a happy couple with 2 children with the slogan "हम दो हमारे दो." Many couples, mostly the young, urban, working ones, have been adopting an one-child norm and statutory aging of marriageable age of the female to 18 years and that of male to 21 years. Now it is 21 years. An incentive given to the couples with small families are two of the other measures taken to tackle this problem. Let us describe some of the commonly used contraceptive methods which help prevent unwanted pregnancies. An ideal contraceptive should be user-friendly, easily available, effective and reversible with no or least side effects. It also should in no way interfere with the sexual drive, desire and sexual act of the user. A wide range of contraceptive methods are presently available which could be broadly grouped into the following categories, namely the natural, traditional, barrier, IUCD, oral contraceptive, injectable, implants and surgical methods. Natural methods work on the principle of avoiding chances of ovum and sperm meeting. Natural methods में हम ovum और sperm को मिलने ही नहीं देते हैं. Periodic abstinence is one such method in which the couple avoid or abstain from coitus from day 10 to 17 of the menstrual cycle when ovulation could be expected. As the chances of fertilization are very high during this period, it is called the fertile period. जो 10 से 17 दिन के बीच का जो पीरियड होता है उसको fertile period कहते हैं और उसमें जो कपल है वो सेक्स यानी कोइटस से दूर रहेगा, वो करेगा ही नहीं, ठीक है, जिससे क्या होगा, जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है फर्टिलाइजेशन की वो काफ़ी कम हो जाएगी. Therefore, by abstaining from coitus during this period, conception could be prevented. Withdrawal or coitus interruptus is another method in which the male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just before ejaculation so as to avoid insemination. Lactational amenorrhea, absence of menstruation method is based on the fact that ovulation and therefore the cycle do not occur during the period of intense lactation following parturition. Therefore, as long as the mother breastfeeds the child fully, chances of conception are almost nil. However, this method has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months following parturition. इन पार्चुरेशन के 6 महीने तक ही, यानी पार्चुरेशन हो चुका है, बेबी डिलीवरी हो चुकी है, उसके 6 महीने बाद तक ही ये मेथड एप्लीकेबल है. As no medicines or devices are used in these methods, these all are natural methods. Side effects are almost nil. Chances of failure though of this method are also high. यानी बहुत ज़्यादा चांसेस हैं कि ये मेथड फेल हो सकता है. In barrier methods, ovum and sperms are prevented from physically meeting with the help of barriers. Such methods are available for both males and females. Condoms are barriers made of thin rubber, latex sheath that are used to cover the penis in the male and vagina and cervix in the female. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यहाँ पे कॉन्डोम से डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ भी चुका है. बना किससे होता है? लेटेक्स शेथ यानी थिन रबर से बना हुआ होता है. Just before coitus, so that the ejaculated semen would not enter into the female reproductive tract. This can prevent conception. Nirod is a popular brand of condom for male. Use of condoms has increased in recent years due to its additional benefits of protecting the user from contracting STI and AIDS. कॉन्डोम के एडिशनल बेनिफिट होने के कारण जैसे कि STD से हम बच सकते हैं, STI से बच सकते हैं, एड्स से बच सकते हैं, तो इसका यूज काफ़ी इंक्रीज हुआ है रिसेंट ईयर्स के अंदर. बोथ द मेल एंड फीमेल कॉन्डोम्स आर डिस्पोजेबल, कैन बी सेल्फ इंसर्टेड और देयर बाय गिव्स प्राइवेसी टू द यूजर. डायाफ्राम, सर्वाइकल कैप्स एंड वॉल्स आर आल्सो barriers made of a rubber that are inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during coitus. ये हमको याद रखना है कि तीनों के तीनों फीमेल के लिए, फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक्ट को कवर करने के लिए यूज होते हैं. ठीक है. दे प्रिवेंट कंसेप्शन बाय ब्लॉकिंग द एंट्री ऑफ स्पर्म्स थ्रू द सर्विक्स. दे आर रीयूजेबल. स्पर्मिसाइडल क्रीम्स, जेलीज एंड फोम्स आर यूजली used along with these barriers to increase their contraceptive efficiencies. यदि हम स्पर्मिसाइडल क्रीम्स, जेलीज और फोम्स जो आते हैं जिनका काम होता है कि स्पर्म को किल कर देना, यदि हम इन जो मेथड्स हम यूज कर रहे हैं ऊपर जैसे कि डायाफ्राम, कॉन्डोम्स वगैरह ऊपर, तो उनके साथ यूज करें तो इस मेथड की जो कंट्रासेप्टिव एफिशिएंसी काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो जाती है. ठीक है, काफ़ी ज़्यादा चांसेज कम हो जाते हैं कि यहाँ पे फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा, मेल फीमेल गेमेट्स मिलेंगे. Another effective and popular method is the use of intrauterine devices. These devices are inserted by doctors and expert nurses in the uterus through vagina. These intrauterine devices are presently available as the non-medicated IUDs जैसे कि लिपिज लूप, कॉपर रिलीजिंग IUDs जैसे कि CUT, CU7, Multilode 375 and the hormone releasing IUDs Progestasert LNG20. ये हमको याद रखना है कि नॉन मेडिकेटेड आयोडीज के एग्जाम्पल क्या क्या हैं और हार्मोन रिलीजिंग आयोडीज के एग्जाम्पल ये हैं. ये क्वेश्चन आते हैं डायरेक्ट के डायरेक्ट. आयोडीज इंक्रीज फैगोसाइटोसिस ऑफ स्पर्म्स विद इन द यूटरस एंड द कॉपर आयन रिलीड सुप्रेस स्पर्म मोटिलिटी एंड द फर्टिलाइजिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ स्पर्म्स. ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि यहाँ पे पूछ लेंगे कि कॉपर आयन का फंक्शन क्या है. ठीक है, ये काम कैसे करते हैं, आयोडीज क्या करते हैं, ये फैगोसाइटोसिस ऑफ स्पर्म करते हैं, मतलब उनको खा जाते हैं, किल कर देते हैं. द हार्मोन रिलीजिंग आयोडीज इन एडिशन मेक द यूट्रस अनस्टेबल फॉर इम्प्लांटेशन एंड द सर्विक्स होस्टाइल टू द स्पर्म. ये हार्मोन रिलीजिंग आयोडीज के फंक्शन हैं. आयोडीज आर आइडियल कंट्रासेप्टिव फॉर द फीमेल हु वांट टू डिले प्रेगनेंसी और स्पेस चिल्ड्रन. इट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट वाइडली एक्सेप्टेड मेथड ऑफ कंट्रासेप्टिव इन इंडिया. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Oral administration of small doses of either progestogens or progesterone-estrogen combination is another contraceptive method used by the females. They are used in the form of tablets and hence popularly called the pills. Pills have to be taken daily for a period of 21 days, starting preferably within the first 5 days of the menstrual cycle. After a gap of 7 days during which menstruation occurs, it has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female desire to prevent conception. They inhibit ovulation and implantation as well as alter the quality of cervical mucus to prevent retard entry of sperm. Pills are very effective with the lesser side effects and are well accepted by the females. ये जो पैराग्राफ्स ऊपर से हम पढ़ रहे हैं ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसके अंदर से क्वेश्चन काफ़ी बनेंगे. Saheli, the new oral contraceptive for females, contains a non-steroidal preparation. Very important, non-steroidal preparation. Question आ चुके हैं. It is a once a week pill with very few side effects and high contraceptive value. Very important. Progestogens along or in combination with estrogen can also be used by females as injection or implantation under the skin. Their mode of action is similar to that of pills and their effective period are much longer than the pills. Administration of progestagens and progestogen-estrogen combination or IUDs within 72 hours of coitus have been found to be very effective as emergency contraceptives, and they could be used to avoid possible pregnancy due to rape or casual unprotected intercourse. Surgical methods, also called sterilization, are generally advised for the male and female partner as a terminal method to prevent any more pregnancies. In this diagram, vasectomy is done in which the vasa deferens tied and cut in male, and this is the diagram of tubectomy in which fallopian tubes are cut and then tied with the help of a thread. Surgical intervention blocks gamete transport and thereby prevent conception. Sterilization procedure in the male is called vasectomy and that in the female is tubectomy. In vasectomy, a small part of the vas deferens is removed and tied up through a small incision on the scrotum, where in tubectomy, a small part of the fallopian tube is removed or tied up through a small incision in the abdomen or through vagina. These techniques are highly effective, but their reversibility is very poor. It needs to be emphasized that the selection of a suitable contraceptive method and its use should always be undertaken in consultation with qualified medical professionals. One must also remember that contraceptives are not regular requirement for the maintenance of reproductive health. In fact, they are practiced against a natural reproductive event, conception or pregnancy. One is forced to use these methods either to prevent pregnancy or to delay or space pregnancy due to personal reasons. No doubt, widespread use of these methods have a significant role in checking uncontrolled growth of population. However, their possible ill effects like nausea, abdominal pain, breakthrough bleeding, irregular menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer, though not very significant, should not be totally ignored. Medical termination of pregnancy (MTP). Intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before full term is called medical termination of pregnancy. यदि हम जानबूझकर हम प्रेगनेंसी को स्टॉप करना चाहते हैं, टर्मिनेट करना चाहते हैं, तो उसको हम MTP कहते हैं और इंड्यूस्ड एबॉर्शन भी कह सकते हैं. Nearly 45 to 50 million MTPs are performed in a year all over the world, which accounts to 1/5 of the total number of conceived pregnancies in a year. Whether to accept legalized MTP or not is being debated upon in many countries due to the emotional, ethical, religious and social issues involved in it. Government of India legalized MTP in 1971 with some strict conditions to avoid its misuse. Such restrictions are all the more important to check indiscriminate and illegal female ferticide, which are reported to be high in India. Why MTP? Obviously, the answer is to get rid of unwanted pregnancies. MTP करवाते ही क्यों है? ताकि हम अनचाही प्रेगनेंसी को क्या कर सके, हटा सके, वो हमें चाहिए नहीं है. ठीक है. Either due to the casual unprotected intercourse or failure of the contraceptive used during coitus or rapes. MTPs are also essential in certain cases where continuation of pregnancies could be harmful, even fatal, either to the mother or to the fetus or both. कहते हैं कि MTP वहाँ पे जरूरी हो जाता है जब या तो वो मदर या वो बच्चे के लिए वो हार्मफुल हो, उस टाइम पे हम MTP करवा सकते हैं. MTPs are considered relatively safe during the first trimester, यानी प्रेगनेंसी के शुरुआत के 3 महीनों तक ये सेफ माना जाता है, up to 12 weeks of pregnancy. Second trimester abortions are much more riskier. यदि 6 महीने तक पहुंच गई प्रेगनेंसी तो बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्कियर हो जाता है. One disturbing trend observed is that a majority of the MTP are performed illegally by unqualified quacks, which are not only unsafe but could be fatal too. Another dangerous trend is the misuse of amniocentesis to determine the sex of the unborn child. Frequently, if the fetus is found to be female, it is followed by MTP. This is totally against what is legal. Such practices should be avoided because these are dangerous both for the young mother and the fetus. Effective counseling on the need to avoid unprotected coitus and the risk factor involved in illegal abortions, as well as providing more healthcare facilities, could reverse the mentioned unhealthy trend. Sexually transmitted infections (STI). Infection or disease which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are collectively called sexually transmitted infections or venereal diseases or reproductive tract infections. gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, and of course, the most discussed infection in the recent years, HIV leading to AIDS, are some of the common STIs. Among these, HIV infection is most dangerous and is described in later chapter 7. Some of these infections like hepatitis B and HIV can also be transmitted by sharing injection needles, surgical instruments, etc. with infected persons, transfusion of blood from an infected mother to the fetus too. Except hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV infections, other diseases are completely curable if detected earlier and treated properly. Early symptoms of most of these are minor and including itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swelling in the genital region. Infected females may often be asymptomatic and hence may remain unprotected for long. Absence or less significant symptoms in the early stage of the infections and the social stigma attached to the STI deter the infected person from going to the timely detection and proper treatment. कहते हैं जिस समाज के अंदर जिनके अंदर STI होती हैं उनको काफ़ी नीचे नज़रों से देखा जाता है, इसी के कारण वो ना तो अच्छे से टाइमली डिटेक्शन करवाते हैं ना ही प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट करवाते हैं. दिस कुड लीड टू कॉम्प्लिकेशंस लेटर विच प्रोवाइड pelvic inflammatory disease, PID, abortion, stillbirth, ectopic pregnancies, infertility or even cancer of the reproductive tract. STIs are a major threat to a healthy society. Therefore, prevention and early detection and cure of these diseases are given prime consideration under the reproductive health care and programs. Though all persons are vulnerable to these infections, their incidences are reported to be very high among persons in the age group of 15 to 24 years, the age group to which you also belong. There is no reason to panic because prevention is possible. One could be free of these infections by following simple principles. Avoid sex with unknown partner or multiple partners. Always use condoms during coitus. In case of doubt, one should go to a qualified doctor for early detection and get complete treatment if diagnosed with infection. Infertility. A discussion on reproductive health is incomplete without a mention of the infertility. A large number of couples all over the world, including India, are infertile. They are unable to produce children in spite of unprotected इंटरकोर्स. कहते हैं कि इनफर्टिलिटी एक मेजर इशू है नाउ एडेज कि कपल्स को बच्चे पैदा ही नहीं हो रहे हैं, या तो मेल पार्टनर में दिक्कत है या फीमेल पार्टनर में दिक्कत है, इसी कारण अनप्रोटेक्टेड इंटरकोर्स करने के बावजूद भी. The reason for this could be many physical, congenital disease, drugs, immunological or even psychological. In India, often the female is blamed for the couple being childless, but more often than not, the problem lies in the male partner. कहते हैं कि इंडियन सोसाइटी के अंदर फीमेल को ब्लेम कर दिया जाता है कि वो चाइल्डलेस है, लेकिन मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस के अंदर होता क्या है, जो मेल पार्टनर है वही रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है इस चीज़ के लिए. Specialized healthcare units, infertility clinics could help in diagnosis and corrective treatment of some of these disorders and enable these couples to have children. However, where such corrections are not possible, the couples could be assisted to have children through certain special techniques commonly known as assisted reproductive technologies (ART). In vitro fertilization. IVF fertilization outside the body is almost similar condition as that in the body, followed by embryo transfer is one such of method. In this method, popularly known as test tube baby program, ova from the wife donor female and sperm from the husband donor male are collected and are induced to form zygote under the simulated condition in the laboratory. The zygote or early embryos with up to 8 blastomeres could be transferred into the fallopian tube. Zygote intrafallopian transfer and embryos with more than 8 blastomeres into the uterus, IUT's intrauterine transfer to complete its further development. Embryo formed by in vivo fertilization means fusion of gametes within the female also could be used for such transfer to assist these females who can't conceive. Transfer of an ovum collected from a donor into the fallopian tube, that is gamete intrafallopian transfer, or of another female who can't produce one but can provide stable environment for fertilization and further development is another method attempted. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection is another specialized procedure to form an embryo in the laboratory in which a sperm is directly injected into the ovum. Infertility cases, either due to the inability of the male partner to inseminate the female or due to the very low sperm count in the ejaculates, could be corrected by artificial insemination (AI) technique. In this technique, The semen collected either from the husband or a healthy donor is artificially introduced either into the vagina or into the uterus, that is intrauterine insemination of the female. Though options are many, all these techniques require extremely high precision handling by the specialized professionals and expensive instrumentation. Therefore, these facilities are presently available only in very few centers in the country. Obviously, their benefits is affordable to a limited number of people. Emotional, religious and social factors also determine the adoption of these methods, since the ultimate aim of these procedures is to have children. In India, we have so many orphaned and destitute children who would probably not survive till maturity unless taken care of. Our law permits legal adoption. It is as yet one of the best method for the couple looking for parenthood. एंड दिस इज द एंड ऑफ दिस चैप्टर। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट चैप्टर की रीडिंग में, और इससे पहले हम ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन कर चुके हैं, उसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है, देखना ना भूले। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।